G'day, Tom Gehrman, sales representative at Apex Results Realty located in Burlington, Ontario. Operate from Grimsby through to West Mississauga. Today's post is the update. So August 31st, 2014, real estate market update. Well, let's put it this way. Interest rates are, as shocking as it's going to be, at historic lows. Fixed 5-year, you're looking at 2.89% is the best rate out there. Variable rate is 2.25, again on a 5-year. With that, what we're seeing is demand's not dropping off. There is no real decrease. We're at the end of the summer. Lots of people are out there looking right now, getting back into it because summer slowdown hits. They enjoyed their vacation time. They're getting back into it. And with that, there are a lot more listings coming on the market. I just recently read an article stating that in our market here, we actually have more listings coming on than we have in the last 4 years. So for the last 4 years, with the uncertainty going on and the nervousness and the concern, people have not been moving as quickly as they used to. So they would make do for a little bit longer with the property they were in. They could stretch it out. You know, the kids can handle another year or two in the townhouse before they go to a detached house. Or people are sitting there in their detached house saying, well, we're going to downsize, but we can wait another 2 or 3 years. There seems to be enough confidence in the market now that more people are moving. This is good because what we have over last year is roughly a 5% increase in prices, and that sort of falls into what I would expect to see. 3 to 6% is pretty good. What we've had for the last couple of years, last 4 years, I believe the highest we hit one year was 9.5% because there wasn't a lot of inventory. 10 houses get listed, people walk through, there's inventory available, they have a little bit of time to pick and choose. There's not a lot of requirement for multiple offers and I've got to buy today. When there's only 1 or 2 properties available, a nice one comes on the market and it's gone within 48 hours. Low interest rates lead to that. Low inventory lead to that. Demand is relatively high, supply is low, prices go up. It becomes unrealistic and unsustainable if it keeps going for very long. Now, the thing is, buyers, with the way the government's been putting the brakes on for the last few years, have been more sensitive towards buying. They need to have better credit scores. They've got to fix things in the background. You know, the banks turn around and we're told, well, you know, tighten it up a little bit. You're no longer qualifying at a lower rate, qualify at a higher rate so that people are not going to get burned if and when rates go up. So that's been a bit of an assist there. So it hasn't been crazy like it was earlier. If you go back to 2007, 2006, there were some crazy times. So interest rates are historically low. More inventories come on the market this year, and a number of them have sold. You're seeing properties sitting on the market a little bit longer. The banks and the government have put some brakes on historically, and that's helped. Now, I'm talking Grimsby through to West Mississauga. And generally, across the board, prices are up. To hear the average price of a detached house in Canada is over $400,000 now. That's quite a bit. So what are we expecting to have happen for the next little bit? Because it's August 31st. I mean, we're coming toward the end of the summer. What's happened for the last week or so, more and more listings are coming on. The winter market didn't really exist. No one wanted to go out in a blizzard. So the spring market started a little bit later this year, and it was a pretty harsh winter. So everything went as per normal, got busy until the end of June, and then we start to drop off a little bit. Now with that drop off over the summer, people got their properties ready, and as I said, the last week now, I've seen multiple new listings coming on the market, more than I would have anticipated. I'm hoping this means inventory will continue to come on the market for a few more weeks, and then we'll start to slow down as we get towards end of the year. There is talk on their interest rates that those rates are expected to go up in 2015. Okay, you can get it 2.89. The average person's probably 2.94%. Next year, interest rates are going to go up to what? 3.15, 3.25. I'm not expecting 5 or 6%. At some point, the government is going to push the lending institutions to put those rates up a little bit. Not necessarily just stop the market, just to continue slowing it, because you can't have incredibly low interest rates forever. Of course, if you've been paying any attention, inflation is very, very low. A number of factors are no longer looked at when they calculate inflation in Canada. So I can see prices going up. So at some point, we're going to see some interest rates going up. Nothing drastic. I don't see 19%. I don't see 14%. I don't see 7 or 8% in the next 2 or 3 years. So if you're looking at purchasing right now, you can lock yourself in at a lower rate. Make sure you're not purchasing high end. So don't stretch yourself to the biggest thing you can afford. Now, this may mean for some people, if they want a detached or semi-detached property, they may have to look at a townhouse. Depending on what your situation is, if you're a young couple, it may make more sense to do that. Start paying down equity. Make sure that you're comfortable in the property you can easily afford, even if rates go up noticeably. And there's all sorts of wonderful calculators out there that you can use. So that's what I see going for the next little bit. People need to be a bit cautious, as they have been for the last 3-4 years. If you're a first-time home buyer, you need to have realistic expectations. In Burlington, you can find a detached house under $400,000. And now, depending on size, location, everything else, it may need a bit of work. There are still houses available, detached houses, for under $400,000. There's not a huge selection. It's the way it is. Interest rates have stayed low, demand's up, prices are being pushed up. If you go to Oakville, you'd be hard pressed to find anything under $400,000 in a detached house. If you go to Mississauga, yes, say more like Burlington type prices. Now, of course, you will find older houses that are not well maintained, they're smaller, and they will be available in that price point. So if you can do some work, or if you know people, want to do a bit of sweat equity into the property, you can actually increase your value a little bit, or get a bit of a deal and make sure the house is yours, and it will be detached. So now the next thing is, where are we going? We're going to have a bit of a fall run right now. So your big market is spring. The second market is the fall market. Summer is not a big rush on real estate. The winter market, as in around Christmas, is not the big rush for real estate. So you need to be aware that we're hitting it. We're hitting the fall market. A little bit earlier than I would have seen normally. Lots of properties coming on the market. Buyers are asking questions. They've got the time to go looking. So sellers, you've taken some time now, or if you want to list in the next few weeks, it's time to get on that horse, start riding it hard. Get the property sorted out, declutter, take a few suggestions on improvements around the property that are inexpensive, make the property show better, make sure your curb appeal is good, and get listed while the market is hot. Shouldn't say hot, while the market is good. Buyers, you need to go out, take a look. Do not fall in love with the first property you see. If you are just looking in an area, get your realtor. Hey, call me. Let's go out and take a look at everything in an area. Do it quickly, go through. Take a little while to decide. 1 or 2 properties are going to go. There may be some multiple offer situations coming up. And if that happens, take a deep breath, relax. More properties will come on the market. You will know what you're looking for. The more product knowledge you have, and you can make a proper decision. So my final suggestions are, right now, get yourself ready, carry on. Do not buy the most expensive property you can afford. If you're told you can buy $400,000, don't go over $300,000. If you can stay under $300,000, go with that. For the simple fact that if you're buying, if rates do go up, I want to make sure everyone I'm dealing with and people out there generally are not losing the properties they purchased. Some people will just go ahead and purchase because it's always been good times. The good interest rates are here today. They will not be here in a few years. Variable rate, fixed rate, your choice. Get the information, know what you're doing, make the call, do it. Anyway, so the market's good. I expect to have a decent fall market going on generally for the area. And we'll see. I don't expect to see interest rates going up before the end of the year. I'm honestly still not really expecting to see any major increases until the end of 2016, possibly even 2017. wait, 2015, 2016. I don't want to go that far in 2017. Honestly, there are no crystal balls. There is no solid guarantee of where numbers are going to go. The economy is not doing fabulously. And the government and banks, all those lending institutions, have made sure the market is not insanely hot. This means we can carry on. The media, it's good, it's bad. 30-second sound bites won't help. Take a look at what's going on around, take a look at prices, and remember, when you are looking, the best thing you can do is get yourself a professional who takes a look at this, who reviews the data regularly, who sees the trends, and makes sure they know what they're doing. Just because you see 50 signs go up and they seem to disappear overnight does not mean that the average time on the market is 1 week. The average time on market in Hamilton, Burlington is still floating around 40 days. Anyway, I hope that's helped. No matter what else, remember, one thing you must always do is always try to remember to stay positive.